Unit 2, Topic C, Set Field Properties. We're looking at a blank database with a number of tables, blank tables, Table 1 and Table 2, and we want to see and discover the different field properties that are available for us to use. Now, the properties of a field define the type of field that we want to create. Let me use the most common misconception in Access around field types. If I gave you a cell phone number and I asked you to create a field for capturing cell phone numbers in Access, would you create a text field for that or a number field? Now that seems like a very obvious answer because a cell phone number is a number. I'm going to create a number field for it, but the answer is actually no. A cell phone number, although it is a number, is typically not a number field in Access for the simple reason that number fields are used to do arithmetic or other mathematical functions on the contents. For instance, I would never add my cell phone number to your cell phone number to get another number. And the short answer is that cell phone numbers are not added as number fields, but as text fields because that's the way that they are manipulated. Now, when we create a new field, we said the last time round that we could go to the Home ribbon and click on the left-hand side on either the data sheet view, which is where we are now, or the design view. And in this instance, because I'm going to work with this table, I'm going to call it a name and just call it temp 1 for now, so that I can go into the design view of the table. And in the design view, I'm able to specify the different fields. Now, this table already has one field, and its field name is called ID, and it has a particular data type, which we'll explain later, and it has an optional description. And then very importantly, which we'll explain later on, is that every field has a lot of different field properties. More about that later. If I take this table into the datasheet view, I'm also able to do exactly the same thing. So if I click on the click to add and I drop down the list here, I am able to create a new field by specifying what particular type of field I want to create. Let's go through the different types briefly. These are not all the types, but these are the types that are commonly used. So my example of the cell phone number would be not number, but short text. Because although it is a cell phone number, we're never going to do any arithmetic calculation on it. So we have short text, which we typically use for things like names and surnames and short descriptions. Then we have number, which we typically use for things like amounts, quantities, and anything else that we want to do arithmetic calculation. So if you want to add one number to another number, you can't do that on short text, you can't do that on yes, no, you must choose the number type. Currency is typically used for capturing currency, and currency is a type of number field, but it is formatted in such a way that it has a currency symbol automatically included. Date and time fields are very important, and we're able to capture complete dates with its month, year and day, together with its specific hour, minute, second, etc. And those can be formatted in different ways. Yes, no is a very useful field in the sense that it is a simple checkbox where we can say something is so or not so. It is on or off, it is yes or no, it is right or wrong, or any other binary choice that we want to include as a field type. We'll skip lookup and relationship for now because we are going to revisit that later on. Then we have rich text, long text, attachment, hyperlink. Rich text would be when we want to format a particular field. Long text would be when we want to store fields that are longer than 64 characters. Attachment would be when we want to attach another object to this field, like a picture or a map. And hyperlink is when we want to create in this field a link to some external object, whether it be on this computer or on the internet or anywhere else. So these are the typical field types that we use to create new fields.